I want to talk a little bit about Savannah Guthrie's mom, Nancy Guthrie, 30th day, Phil. This is crazy. And I know you were out there in Arizona. I mean, can you believe that it's gone on for 30 days now and we don't have any real solid updates?
You know, I guess I got out there the day after the Super Bowl, so it's been a couple of weeks. And, you know, at that time, I was thinking to myself, and I think most of us who were covering it, who were watching it and you know, following along with the investigation, even at the time when I would talk to other folks in the media, because we were all kind of at the same hotel, in this case, a couple of different hotels, but we were all, you know, seeing each other in the lobby and lobby bar at dinner and, you know, around. And the general consensus, I could say even back then, was that, you know, it's highly unlikely that she's still sadly with us.
Right.
And here at 30 days and counting, right, I think that just underscores that. We have a video now of Savannah and her family visiting there's a memorial that, like when I was out there, maybe we can show that. When I was out there, one of the first places I went was right in front of her home where the media was sort of set up. They've now blocked that off, by the way. You can't park there. It's a no parking area, but right there at her driveway entrance, it's a semicircular sort of rock, gravel, dirt driveway. Right in front of those cacti there's it's a memorial. It's an impromptu memorial. Folks that come out, they leave flowers, notes. There's a sign there, obviously showing support and wanting her safe return. And I can tell you from looking at this, what I'm seeing on my screen right now, this has tripled in size just in the couple of weeks since I've been there. So there's clearly a lot of support still in the community and well wishes for them.
Yeah. Well, and we have a little bit of an update. I mean, it seemed like something, at least we're getting something. There was a new Ring camera footage. So new video showed a vehicle leaving her neighborhood. And this was around the time of the disappearance. The Ring camera showed, and it's a house that's about 2.5 miles from her home, shows that they drove about 8 minutes after her pacemaker had been disconnected. So her pacemaker, you know, we sort of have a timeline because her pacemaker was linked to her watch and linked to her phone. And when that disconnected, that's the time that we all assume that she was actually removed from the house. So we're working on that timeline, using that timeline. And if we use that, about 8 minutes after that is when this car was seen about 2.5 miles from her house, leaving the neighborhood. And I think it's interesting because this wasn't found initially because they had a much smaller search area. So what the police do is they start small and then they slowly broaden that area. So they had a very small perimeter at first, getting all of the Ring camera footage, anybody's cell phone cameras, anything like that. And then they've expanded it a little bit. And so now they've got this footage from about 2.5 miles away. So, you know, maybe this will help us establish a suspect, establish someone, because they've got a car. It was a light colored SUV. Yeah. And so hopefully that will give us something. If they can question whoever owns this car, that will give us a little bit more.
There's a lot. So the area out there is, it's not a very congested area. It's, but it is a residential area, right? And so I think that we're in the area where that video of that car could mean something, or it could be unrelated. We just don't know. And honestly, from looking at it, and by the way, we've showed it, and if you haven't subscribed to us on YouTube here at MK True Crime, you might want to take a minute to do that so you can see what that car looks like. And by the way, if you do watch on YouTube, put in the comments, because I'd like to read it, and I will read it, what you think that car is and how it may be relevant, because I'm really on the fence about it. I don't know. It could be completely unrelated, but it was in the middle of the night, the wee hours of the morning, I guess, and there's not going to be that much traffic out there at that time. So that does push it maybe in the area of, hey, maybe that is the car, because look, remember back to the Brian Koberger case, right? It was the presence of his car near the scene that sort of unrolled or started unraveling that case and eventually led to his conviction. So maybe it will help.
Yeah, I'm with you, Phil. I think it will, and I hope it will. So at least the family can get some closure.